everybody? Some would say I'm the reverse, and welcome to my review for Supergirl season 5, episode 14, titled "The Bodyguard." Let's get right into this. I thought this was a decent episode. Definitely not the best post-crisis episode. Um, Definitely, I'd say it's probably in between episodes 11 and 12, the two-part win episodes. I guess I didn't really like those that much. I'd say this goes right in between them. Um, but episodes 10 and 13 are way better than this one. I just didn't really think this was very interesting. Like I did for my Batwoman review, I'm not going to be really going into in depth on exactly everything that happened, since these are probably it's probably my least two favorite shows right now. I'm starting to like Legends this season. I don't know why. I don't really like the goofy part of Legends, but I mean I'm finding the season really enjoyable. But Supergirl and Batwoman more Supergirl. They aren't really doing anything that really interests me this season. Um, they only have 20 episodes this season, so they only have 6 left, I believe. Which is um, kind of crazy to think about, since they haven't really even unveiled a main villain yet, and the main threat, Leviathan, hasn't even been exposed yet. So I don't know what they're gonna do for that. Maybe Leviathan is gonna carry on to the next season, and this season's just not gonna have a big bad. If so, I feel like this season's gonna be very forgetful, or very forgotten, and I don't know. I just really don't like this season that much. I thought it was decent at the beginning, but now, 14 episodes in, there's really not much happening. So, yeah, let's just get into this episode exclusively. So, this episode revolves a lot around um, Obsidian North and their launch of the Obsidian what's it called? Platinum VR thing, which I don't know if I've said this before, but I'm not a fan of the VR storyline of this season. It's just really, it's a really stupid place to go for this show. I'm just really not that interested in where it's gonna go. So basically, Lex Luthor wants to he assigns Supergirl to be Andrea's bodyguard after she's basically she almost died. She was almost assassinated, but now Supergirl is her bodyguard because Lex Luthor assigned her to protect Andrea because he wants to I'm pretty sure it's because he wanted to basically like with what's her name, Gemma Cooper, the girl with the Leviathan. He wanted to he wants to become friends with her, and obviously she's part of Obsidian North and stuff like that. But yeah, I wasn't really invested in this episode at all. So but basically the person that she tries to kill her is the person on screen here. They find out that it was like this energy. Brainy guesses that it's from a chlorophyllian, I believe, and it turns out it's not. It's just from this girl um whose husband used to work for Obsidian, I believe, and he um he was obsessed with the VR and he died. Uh, I can't remember how he died. Remember, I'm really not that invested. I wasn't invested in this episode at all. I wasn't excited for it, and it really wasn't very good, in my opinion. But yeah, they basically find this girl. They battle her a few times, and then Supergirl basically stops her from shutting down the Obsidian launch. Basically, she wanted revenge on Obsidian and Andrea by shutting down this Obsidian Platinum launch, but it didn't work. Supergirl stopped her basically, and these gauntlets she has like basically absorbs power, and she can use alien like powers against other aliens. She does this to Jean earlier in the episode and stuff like that. Um, we had a little bit of Alex and Kelly, barely any in this episode. Same with Dreamer, and then we got a lot of Andrea though, and we also got a lot of Lena and Lex. Lex is still helping Lena with her non nocere thing, which again, this doesn't excite me at all about this season. There's a lot of main plot lines that I'm not very enthusiastic about. This is one of them. I'm cool. It's cool that they involved Lex into it. And this episode, I thought it was kind of cool that Lena actually questions whether she is actually doing good. She actually starting to see Kara's point of view and starting to see how she could be becoming evil. And then Lex talks her out of it though, and convinces her that she's doing the right thing. He's manipulating her. I do like Lex's involvement in the storyline, but the storyline itself is not very exciting for me. Basically, I wanted to keep this review short because Flash episode is about to come out. For me, at least, in a few, like maybe like half an hour, I'm gonna be watching it, and I've been looking forward to this episode since the title was revealed. Since this was revealed, this is gonna be Wally's episode. Everything that's been talked about, it sounds like it's gonna be a great episode. So yeah, I wanted to keep this short so I could watch it as soon as possible. Also, I just don't really remember much from the episode since I watched it yesterday, and I didn't like it when I watched it and stuff like that. But yeah, there were some things at the end where Andrea, well, she grabbed the a Crata medal. She used her powers without it, which we knew that she had a connection to the medallion. She basically used it to go right through a wall. Obviously, 'cause she's a shadow, and or not, she's not actually a shadow, but she has shadow powers. Um, but she gets the medal or the medallion from her office, and it emits this huge shadow thing. I don't know if it's turning her into a shadow. I don't know if she's like entering a shadow dimension or something, or if its power is just like engulfing everywhere around her. I'm really not sure what's going on with her. Maybe it was teased in next week's promo. I didn't watch it yet though. I'm pretty sure next week is actually a Nia centric episode, so I don't know if they're gonna focus on this Andrea thing. That was probably the most interesting part about this episode. Also, the end with Lex. He visits Gemma in a car, and they have a deal where where if he gets them something or if he helps them with something, he will get to meet Leviathan and the people behind Leviathan, because obviously he's trying to take them down. He's trying to be a hero. So yeah, I don't know how to feel about that. I'm hyped for Lex to actually get to see Leviathan. I hope we get to see Leviathan. Maybe a main villain reveal. I'm not sure. And then I'm excited. Not excited. I'm intrigued to see what he's going to do for them. Uh, but the most exciting part about this episode is the Akrata stuff at the end. Just because we don't really know what's going on with her. But we'll have to wait and see. I'm not sure if we'll see that in next week's episode or the week after that. I know the week after next week is sort of an Alex-centric episode where she's in the VR and she's like dressed up as Supergirl, her own version of Supergirl. And then, of course, next week we got a Nia-centric episode. So I don't know when we're going to get to this stuff. Maybe a side storyline in these episodes or episodes 17, 18, 19, 20. The season's wrapping up really quickly. And yeah, I don't know really how to feel about this episode. I'd probably give it like an 8.7 out of 10, somewhere around that range. And I just didn't really enjoy this as much as last week's and episode 10. And yeah, just tell me in the comments what you thought. Oh yeah, I almost completely forgot about Kara and William. Um, I never believed in this relationship. They don't have good chemistry. I don't like the actor of William. He doesn't do a bad job. His character is just boring to me, and the actor doesn't really bring anything interesting to him. Um, honestly, he was more interesting when he was being a douchebag at the beginning of the season. But yeah, Kara and William, they have no chemistry, and now Alex was pushing Kara to date him, and now it looks like she might be dating him, which just, I was shaking my head. I had my hand on my forehead, and I was shaking my head. I don't want this. I'd rather have Kara be by herself until maybe like the last, second to last season. Maybe this is the second to last season. I don't know, but I just don't like her with William at all, and I really hope they don't get together and last until the show ends, and they just go happy ever after with him. Because that'd just be stupid in my opinion. I don't really like them together. But yeah, I'm sorry if you're a big superhero. What the heck am I talking about? Supergirl fan. Because I'm not really going to be spending a lot of time on this video. Um, just like talking about the episode and stuff. I don't know I don't know if this is going to be a weekly thing. It's just that Batwoman and Supergirl don't really excite me as much as Flash does. Flash is really the only show in the Arrowverse right now that I'm really excited for week to week, which is sad. It always used to be Flash and Arrow, but now Arrow's gone, and maybe it'll be Flash and Superman and Lois. I don't know, but yeah, this show is really not pushing my buttons this season. I don't really I'm not. It's not a bad season, and it's definitely not like bad episode after bad episode, like Arrow season 4 level bad. It's just there's not a lot of interest for me. There's not much to interest me, and I can't really get invested in the stories this season. I don't like the VR story. I don't like the non-Nachiri story. I what else is there? Like, I can't really think of the other stories. I don't like William and Kara together. And we'll have to wait and see where the Leviathan stuff goes. The only really interesting part about this season is Lex Luthor. I like Brainy working with him. I'm excited to see if Leviathan actually shows up, because it's only been like 2 members that have been unveiled. Well, 3 if you count Rama Khan. So we had like Margot, we had Gemma, and then Rama Khan, none of which are very good at all. So I don't know. This season is a tough one for me. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you thought about this episode, about what you're thinking about this season, and are you excited for next week's episode? Of course, tomorrow I'll be doing my Flash and Legends review. Of course, I'll be doing my Flash review. I'm really pumped for this episode. Next episode, we don't know much about episode 16. We do know the titles of episodes 17, 18, 19. They all excite me. We have episode 17 is Mirror Mirror on the Wall, so it's gonna be a Mirror Mistress episode, or Eva episode maybe, or I don't know what's gonna be going on there. It just excites me. We got Crippled Heart for episode 18. We got Godspeed and Hartley Rathaway in there. That'll be cool. And we got episode 19, March of Death. It just sounds awesome. So, yeah. The future of The Flash season 6 is very bright in my opinion. And Legends, I am enjoying so far. I think this is one of Ray's final episodes. So it'll be sad to see him and Nora go. More specifically him, because he's such a big part of the show since day one. But yeah, Batwoman and Supergirl aren't really doing it for me this season. Batwoman is pretty interesting. Supergirl, not so much. So I'm sorry if you like the show, but I don't really like the season that much. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you thought. Like I said earlier, 8.7 for this episode. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Stay tuned for all those future videos. I got my Flash and Arrow 14th episodes coming up whenever after the Flash 14th episode comes out for this season. And if you haven't checked it out already, check out my mid-season finales ranked. That went up a few days ago. But yeah, tell me in the comments what you thought about everything. Just what you're thinking about, what you think is going to happen with the Akreda stuff, and what you thought about the episode, the season. Just, yeah. I want to hear you guys' thoughts because I'm not really sold on what I think about this season just yet. But yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video. See ya.